What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Let's dive right into our first news. Joshua Van fired back at the criticism he's been receiving since his first-round TKO win over Alexandre Pantoja, the moment that crowned him the new UFC flyweight champion. Many people online questioned the legitimacy of the finish, but Van calmly broke down exactly what happened. He explained that Pantoja threw a head kick. He caught it, and as Pantoja tried to catch himself on the way down, he landed awkwardly and injured his elbow. Van made it clear he never wanted the fight to end that way, and as soon as Pantoja fully recovers, he wants to run the rematch back without hesitation. Van said this entire fight week felt like a kill-or-be-killed situation, and he entered the octagon confident he would win. Still, he didn't want the victory to come off an injury, especially against someone he respects so much. He called Pantoja one of the greatest of all time in the division, a fighter whose legacy deserves a fair and clean matchup. With that respect in mind, Van emphasized that he'll step back in with Pantoja the moment he's medically cleared, because running it back is something he genuinely wants. When asked if the rematch is his priority, or if he'd prefer to face someone else first, Van said it doesn't really matter who the UFC offers next. He trusts the matchmakers, and is willing to fight whoever they put in front of him. But deep down, he still feels Pantoja deserves another shot. For Van, it's about doing things the right way, and giving Pantoja the chance to fight again without an unfortunate injury changing the entire outcome. Van also responded to people saying he shouldn't be counted as a real champion because the fight didn't fully play out. His message was simple and strong. He said that no matter what you do, people will always talk. If you do good, they talk. And if you do bad, they talk. So the only thing that truly matters is doing what makes you happy and staying focused on your own path. Van closed it out by saying confidently, "I won," reminding everyone that he entered the cage, showed up ready, and performed under pressure. His goal now is to prove himself again, silence the doubts, and run the fight back the right way when Pantoja is healthy. And before we continue, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to support the channel. Moving on to another news. Henry Cejudo may have lost to Peyton Talbot via unanimous decision last night, but he still walked away with extra money thanks to Dana White. Right after the fight, Henry asked Dana for a performance bonus while he was still in the octagon, and Dana immediately told him he'd give him $50K regardless of the result. Henry joked afterward that he was getting the $50,000 everywhere, clearly happy with the gesture. His manager, Ali Abdelaziz, later confirmed that Dana kept his word. On X, he wrote, "UFC did just pay Henry Cejudo his show and win money. Thank you." It was a rare moment where a fighter, despite losing, still received both portions of his pay along with the bonus Dana verbally promised. The message highlighted Dana's appreciation for Henry's effort and showed that sometimes the UFC president rewards fighters simply for showing up, competing hard, and giving everything they have in the cage. Moving on to another news, Demetrious Johnson shared his live reaction to Alexandre Pantoja's sudden injury last night, and he kept it real as always. He said Pantoja throws the kitchen sink at you every time he fights, and even his leg kicks come with full power and danger. When the injury happened, Demetrious immediately pointed out that this is part of the game and part of what makes MMA so unpredictable. He reminded fans that anything can happen inside the cage, no matter how dominant or experienced a champion is. He also mentioned that his own streak of 11 consecutive title defenses stays intact, highlighting just how difficult it is to keep performing at a high level over and over again. Demetrious explained that going in there repeatedly, fighting the best in the world, and dealing with a sport where chaos can strike at any moment is incredibly hard. His reaction showed respect for Pantoja, while also giving fans a dose of reality about the brutal nature of the fight game. Moving on to another news, Marvin Vettori believes he actually beat Bruno Ferreira despite losing via unanimous decision last night, marking his 4th straight defeat. Marvin reposted a message on his Instagram story saying he landed more strikes, threw more volume each round, and had more control time throughout the fight. He seemed confident that the numbers proved his case and that the judges got it wrong. Even though the official result didn't go his way, Marvin made it clear he felt he did enough to win, and he's standing firmly by that belief as fans continue to debate the outcome. Moving on to another news, Ariel Helwani was blown away by the way Petr Yan dominated Merab last night. He said it was a massive win and a title earned fair and square, a true masterclass of striking, pressure, and discipline. Ariel made it clear that Yan's performance will be talked about for a long time because it was that sharp, that polished, and that impressive. But he also noted that the fight will forever be dissected and debated, especially when it comes to whether this was purely Yan's brilliance or if Merab made critical mistakes that changed the entire flow of the fight. Ariel pointed out that Merab entered this matchup after an extremely busy 2025 schedule, 4 fights in a single year, a heavy workload of training camps, weight cuts, and high-level competition, including that 5-round battle with Corey Sanhagen back in October. Coming back so fast, he said, might have been a major factor in what happened. Too many weight cuts, too many minutes inside the octagon, and too much wear and tear all piling up could have affected Merab more than anyone expected. From the very start of the fight, Ariel noticed that Merab didn't look like the version fans have grown used to. He failed on several takedown attempts, something that rarely happens when he's at his best. He looked a step slower, noticeably fatigued, and instead of imposing his usual relentless pace, he was getting beaten to the punch. Yan kept tagging him clean, breaking down his rhythm, and taking control early. Ariel said it even looked like Merab was falling in love with the striking, staying on the feet far longer than usual, trying to trade instead of mixing in his wrestling the way he normally does. As he watched Merab choose to strike more than grapple, Ariel wondered if this was the beginning of his undoing. He suggested that Merab's strategic choices, combined with the physical toll of such a demanding year, may have created the perfect storm for Yan to capitalize. And capitalize he did. Yan stayed composed, picked his shots, defended intelligently, and delivered a brilliant performance that left the MMA world buzzing. Ariel summed it up by saying that while Merab will surely bounce back, this night belonged entirely to Petr Yan, who reminded everyone why he remains one of the most dangerous fighters in the division. Moving on to another news, Dana White is being called out for spreading misinformation about Alexandre Pantoja's injury during his recent fight. Initially, Dana claimed that Pantoja dislocated his shoulder and that the medical team popped it back into place after the fight. He said, "No, it was not the elbow, it was his shoulder. They popped it back in backstage, and now they've got to do MRIs and check the ligaments. We don't have a time frame on how long he'll be out." However, it turns out that Pantoja did injure his elbow, not his shoulder, as everyone initially suspected. Ariel Helwani reported that according to Pantoja's team, there was no shoulder injury at all. The injury was to the elbow, and it appeared reduced by the time he left the octagon. The confusion has sparked criticism from the MMA community. Brian Sudterer, a sports medicine doctor, called it an embarrassing situation for the UFC, questioning whether the ringside doctors misinformed leadership or if the details were intentionally altered to make the injury seem less severe. Ariel Helwani reposted the story, highlighting the inconsistency, writing, "This is an embarrassing look for the UFC. Did the ringside doctors really tell leadership it was a shoulder and specifically not the elbow? Also, Dana said the shoulder was popped back in the locker room, but clearly that was never done. In fact, the elbow looked reduced already when he left the octagon. So, who told him that? Was it awful translators that confused shoulder and elbow, or did they know it was the elbow but wanted it to seem less severe and said shoulder?" Fans were quick to respond online, with one noting, "Everybody on planet Earth watching the card last night knew it was an elbow." Brian added that it seemed the people handling injuries at the event may have either been misinformed or intentionally deceptive. The controversy emphasizes the importance of clear and accurate communication regarding fighter injuries, especially when public statements can mislead fans, affect fighter reputations, and create unnecessary confusion. The situation with Pantoja's elbow has now been clarified, but Dana's initial comments and the conflicting reports remain a talking point in the MMA world. Fans and analysts alike are calling for more transparency to prevent similar incidents in the future. Moving on to another news. Robert Whittaker reacted to Petr Yan's dominant win over Merab at UFC 323, and his praise highlighted just how special Yan's performance was. Petr Yan's stunning upset over Merab, defending 27 of 29 takedown attempts while outstriking the machine in a 5-round clinic, has been hailed as one of the best comebacks in UFC history. With his record now at 20-5, Yan joins Dominic Cruz and TJ Dillashaw as the only bantamweights to reclaim a title after losing it. Yan didn't just neutralize Merab's record-setting wrestling, he matched his legendary cardio and punished him with precise boxing and punishing body kicks. Merab, who entered the fight on a 14-fight win streak, admitted afterward, "I was trying to make it entertaining by standing and trading, but he was better today." Yan's takedown defense hit 93%, and he even landed 5 of his own, with official scores reading 49-46 twice and 48-47 once, though many fans and pundits called it a sweep. Media outlets like Yahoo Sports described it as seismic, noting that Merab's run toward Fighter of the Year ended after 3 defenses in 2025. Whittaker applauded Yan's strategy and precision, noting how he controlled a record-setting opponent with skill and composure. He said the version of Yan seen in the octagon against Merab was the Puran he had seen before. Yan lost the title to Aljamain Sterling with that awkward grounded knee. Whittaker highlighted that Yan is a fighter who has an answer for every position, with the highest caliber of skill in wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and kickboxing, and most importantly, the ability to put it all together. Whittaker described how Yan went in and dismantled Merab, never slowing down, never giving up a single position, and taking the fight to him relentlessly. He emphasized that it was the most clinical, leveled-up version of Yan the MMA world has ever seen. According to Whittaker, skill-wise, the fight was far above the rest of the division, with Yan performing at a level where he arguably doesn't lose to anyone. He concluded by calling the performance phenomenal, noting that Yan executed a flawless game plan with precision, composure, and dominance from start to finish, solidifying his place at the top of the bantamweight division. Fans and analysts alike are now eagerly anticipating the rematch between Petr Yan and Merab, likely slated for the middle of 2026, as a trilogy fight that promises to settle the score once and for all. Moving on to another news, Ilia shared a heartfelt message for Merab after his tough loss and the moment he let go of the belt. He posted a photo on his Instagram story and wrote, "Brother, life is full of twists and turns, but to us, you will always be the best. You will come back much stronger." Ilia's message was calm, uplifting, and full of respect, reminding fans that setbacks don't define a champion. It highlighted the bond between fighters and showed real support for Merab during a difficult moment, keeping the mood positive and inspiring for everyone watching. Moving on to another news, Umar Nurmagomedov reacted to Merab losing the title and shared his thoughts on what comes next in the division. Umar said that whoever wins his upcoming fight against Deiveson Figueiredo will clearly be the #1 contender for the belt. He kept things respectful and focused, praising the action while looking ahead at the future. On X, he wrote, "Great, spectacular fight. Congratulations to Petr. I think on January 24th, it will become clear who is next." His message showed confidence in his own path and made it clear that he believes the division's next rightful challenger will emerge from his matchup. Moving on to another news, Ilia Topuria managed to grab the spotlight despite the event not being centered around him, all because of the fallout from Petr Yan's recent comments on Merab. After Yan's win, he spoke to the Russian outlet Golos Obama, and his tone toward Merab was noticeably harsher than in his previous English interviews. This time, he didn't hold back, openly claiming that he had broken Merab. Yan said, "Did you see the damage I put on him? No one else has been able to damage him like I did. He just broke today. That's it. I broke him. He's in a jacuzzi now with his friends." Naturally, those comments spread rapidly across social media, catching everyone's attention and reigniting discussions about Merab's performance. Even UFC lightweight champ Ilia Topuria weighed in. During a live Instagram session, Ilia broke down Merab's fight and didn't shy away from issuing a warning to Yan. Ilia reminded everyone of the deep respect he has for Merab, emphasizing their bond. He said, "Merab, brother, life has its ups and downs, but no matter what, you're always the best in our eyes. You'll come back stronger, faster, and unstoppable. Yan, Merab is like a brother to me. He is my family. You understand? Watch your words. I hope you show some respect. Words matter. We don't want any problems, but make sure you behave yourself." It's important to note that Ilia and Yan have a long-standing history of tension. At one point, there were talks of a matchup between them when Ilia was the featherweight champ and Yan a top bantamweight, given both of their striking heavy styles. Many fans believe that fight could have been an intensely competitive clash, and the animosity between them never fully dissipated. Now, with Yan's recent comments about Merab, the feud is heating up once again, and Topuria isn't letting Yan off easy. Ilia's response was measured but firm, showing his loyalty to Merab while reinforcing the importance of respect in the sport. He acknowledged Merab's resilience and ability to bounce back, while clearly signaling to Yan that words carry weight. The exchange has reignited fan debates online, with many taking sides, but Ilia's message made it clear that loyalty and respect come first, and any unnecessary provocation would not be tolerated. This moment serves as a reminder of the underlying rivalries in MMA and the significance of personal bonds between fighters amidst public competition. That's it from MMA Pulse News. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for your daily dose of MMA news.